Cause the universe is writing you a letter.
Every coffee shop has a story. Mojo Coffee Gallery is no different. To find out the story behind the coffee shop, you need to meet Marko Fields, the founder. He grew up in the 60s, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and after a long history, soul searching, he had an idea, a coffee shop with a gallery. On a beautiful summer afternoon, I went to his coffee shop to find out his story.
I was a kid who was raised in a fundamentalist Baptist family. I'm not fundamentalist material. I was liberal out of the womb. I was always the kid in trouble. You know, there's no black and white for me. I'm in the gray areas. About, let's say 18 years ago, I had this idea of a coffee shop with a gallery, a functioning gallery, that was mostly coffee mugs. Because as a teacher, I was teaching ceramics, so I'm teaching people how to throw. I was throwing. I'm mostly a hand builder or a sculptor, but I throw, and I throw well. And I've always been fascinated, and everyone I know is fascinated. They love to watch somebody throwing on a potter's wheel. It's fascinating. And so I envisioned a coffee shop on Main Street America. Let's imagine on Central Avenue, and you've got a storefront. And having in that glassed storefront area, having a glassed in a potter's wheel and someone throwing. And throwing coffee mugs mostly, and throwing forms. And then having hundreds of coffee mugs for sale on the shelves, many of which are made by the artists that demonstrate there. I could demonstrate there, students could demonstrate there, my colleagues could demonstrate there, and people enjoy watching potters.
Is that this coffee shop has working artists on a regular basis, so they have us set up a little corner for the artists to work, and customers here who go for coffee, breakfast, lunch.
Art was very much worth my devoting my life to the pursuit or creation of art, because art is very important. Art it does a number of functions. It has a number of reasons and purposes. And do you know anyone who has completely bare walls in their house?
I believe art is important to God, that it is a way that people worship because it's beautiful and God created things. And so when people are creative, they are being creative like God made them.
So that's one of the great things about ceramics is you see it and you feel it. It adds another dimension to it, another aspect. And that's why so many people like to eat off of thrown plates. You know, everybody can eat off a Corel. That's easy. So it's a tactile, it's an immediate connectivity. It's in clay is a reminder of something that is exquisite, that's clearly handmade, especially when you consider that we're being inundated with more and more technology, and many of us are feeling estranged or, unconnected. But originally, the operation and function of the gallery, and I had to agree with it. I had to compromise on stuff, I mean, I insisted on my way, on the look, the aesthetics, and what we would do in there. It had to have a demonstration area, because people still love to watch stuff being made. It had to have an area for small venue for music, not that it would become Marko's self-indulgent venue of music. We wanted it to be affordable for anybody who came in, that we would give them a good cup of coffee, a premium coffee, that we would give them a good plate of food that was well sourced, very affordably, and we'd make a go of it. And the gallery, if you look at it purely antiseptically, let's say, or clinically, let's say the gallery supplies the decor or the ambiance, which it certainly does. And I'm the curator of all the stuff in there, and I also sell objects that are fascinating, that have an aesthetic. Old tools are beautiful to look at. It's not a noisy place. We keep the music at a level that conversation is never impinged upon. So we try to be friendly, we try to be honest, we try to give good service, good product. We're sincere, and I don't know. I mean, it seems to, everyone seems to find their niche here.
Just take a look around, cause the universe is writing you a letter.
Really comfortable place to, if you need to do some work on your laptop, great. If you want to just journal, if you need some creative energy, you feel like...
This is going to sound corny, okay? But I believe in unconditional love. That is actually a part of our mission. We're not trying to be hip, slick, and cool. We don't want to be Spy House. I don't know how to be that cool, The first time, and it's been dozens of people have said exactly that. Mojo has such a good vibe. I came in here, this place has a good vibe. And it's like, I hadn't heard it. It was like...
Lively and, it has a vibe, it has...
Marko feels his fields of dreams finally there.
It goes kind of like this. And if for some strange reason I should live to be like old age, I would be all surprised. For the love of my father and my wife and my brothers, my friends and my lovers, my sister and my brother, add them all up together. Get a great day. All with love. I don't know what fundamentalists get so freaked out by the notion of a limited life form. Exist, and I believe they do. These are God's children and my second husband too. And I don't know what I will do. The more I'm told, the less that I know. Fred Phelps is an asshole.